At the end of last year, I hit rock bottom. I was at my most mini depresso. I was not working out. I wasn't doing anything other than playing video games. I was living vicariously through The Sims, not gonna lie. I started getting really into Marvel Rivals and I was playing these games for hours on end every single day. Until one day in February, I was like, you know what? Let me get on my treadmill while I play these games and see how fast the time goes by. And when I tell you I discovered my new favorite hobby, it was really the best of both worlds. Yeah. And so I started streaming my Marvel Rivals gameplay. And a lot of people were really impressed by the fact that I can walk in game on a mouse and keyboard at the same time, which to me, it was just like, get on and do it. But then I realized that it's actually pretty difficult. My brain just does not compute. And for some reason, I was playing for 1 to 2 hours every single day. And I struggle so much with losing weight because of my hormones. But I was moving my body and at the same time doing something that I really enjoy. And then the Minecraft movie came out and my brother and I would spend hours on end playing Minecraft. So much so that I decided to start streaming a hardcore challenge. Well, that did not go so well. I didn't make it past a week before I completely lost all of my progress in the game. And then I realized, Cass, you've never beat the Ender Dragon in your life. Why would you think a hardcore challenge would be the way to start? I first got introduced to Minecraft in 2013, but I was the type of Minecraft player that would stay back at home, make some farms, get some pets, and make a cute little base and never ever fight any mobs or let alone the Ender Dragon. But all of that is about to change. For the past 7 days, I've been on a mission that I've never attempted before. Beating Minecraft. I've been playing since 2013 and somehow I've never faced the Ender Dragon face to face. This time I'm doing it myself while walking on my treadmill and I'm not stopping until either I or the Ender Dragon go toppling down. Why do I do this to myself? Because I'm on a fitness journey and I'm learning to love movement. My entire life, I've been taught that fitness is a punishment and I'm trying to rewire my brain into doing exercise and movement while I'm doing something that I love. And so far, it's been helping me stay super consistent, even on the tough days. Because logging on and having so many people on TikTok Live and on Twitch cheering me on and checking in, it just feels so amazing. But yeah, without further ado, let's game and glow up. And yes, I did bring my emotional support, La Fufu. Let's go. I loaded into a random seed on day 1 and then quickly realized that I had actually spawned into snow and I was already dying.
That's... What is this? The game is choosing violence already.
Luckily, I was able to make it out on time and I found the bonus chest and they had tons of oak logs and a couple of tools as well as some food. And I was on live stream so people kept on asking me what I was doing.
I've never beat the Ender Dragon before.
I found my first vein of iron and quickly got that and made some iron tools. My goal for the first day was to find a village and get settled in and start making a base. Of course, it wouldn't be a Minecraft game without grabbing a bunch of wood at the beginning of the game. I also found myself a lava pool and I grabbed that really quickly because I love to make infinite lava with the dripstone. And it felt like the first day went by way too quickly. I quickly went to sleep so no monsters would spawn and just kept on going trying to find a village. And finally, on day 2, we found our first village and it was near a bunch of cherry trees, which was perfect for me because I love making pink stuff. I quickly made my way to the top of this little mountain and I started grabbing the cherry trees because I wanted to start planting the saplings as quickly as possible. And once I had a few cherry logs, I started making my base near the village. I made the foundation of the base and then I started heading into a cave because I wanted to find diamonds as quickly as possible. Again, we're on a time crunch here because I have to walk the entirety of this game and the more long I take, the longer I'm gonna have to be walking. I started making some iron tools and then I went out caving and then I immediately realized that there are so many mobs that spawn.
I don't like it here. I hate it here. Ah. Okay, this should make me feel a little bit more confident in my ability to survive.
Now that I had the shield, I felt a little bit more comfortable fighting the mobs, and then I realized I do not know how to use a shield because I play on bedrock.
How do I use the shield? How do I use them? Am I supposed to press the button, right click? Oh.
Thankfully, Chat on Live figured it out for me. I am so grateful for them. And with that, my first day of streaming and walking was done. I walked for about an hour. I would like to say about like 2 miles more or less. On the second day, I decided to start working on the village and make it a little cute.
Let's go back to our cute little village. Let's make the village cute. I don't feel like being stressed out today. Fountain. Yeah, I like that. Oh, girl, what is that? Is that a spider spawner? Girl, yes! Yes!
I didn't realize a spider spawner was right in front of me.
Luck is diabolical, I agree. Look at this.
I then had an invisible wandering trader show up and I was like, period queen. I was really scared of the mob, so I decided that maybe strip mining might be an option for me. But the night quickly approached and I found myself having to fight off a bunch of mobs again. But I stole this villager's bed and we went to sleep, waiting for the next day. The next day we ended up going into the caves and trying to strip mine for some diamonds or really anything at this point. And I ended up finding, yep, a trial. I was most definitely not prepared to take on a trial at the moment, but it's good to know that it's here whenever I do want it. I started just working on the base a little bit more, working on the flooring, giving it some cute Kuromi vibes. The day was nice and peaceful, but then of course night approached.
Oh, I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. Ah! Ah! When you broke your foot from jumping off the second floor.
The chat was also asking me to send some MCR, so I had to oblige. In the morning, I went to go grab some more cherry saplings.
Bro, what is this guy doing all the way up here?
Then I found this random villager at the top of this mountain, and then I realized that he had a little house here. It was so cute.
Go home.
I worked a little bit more on the base. I did realize that building is a little difficult when I'm using mouse and keyboard at the same time as I'm walking. But another day has passed. Thankfully, we didn't die. And the base was slowly but surely coming along. It looks really cute, little Kuromi vibes again. I built a staircase leading up to my mine. And also so my villagers wouldn't just fall because they kept on falling over that cliff. And I also made a little dirt path that leads over to my base. Kat wanted to name this fountain the Ye Old Second Floor Fall Fountain because it's a My Chemical Romance reference. If you know, you know. I then ventured out to go look for some bamboo so I can make some scaffolding, which will make it easier to build my base. I found a little bit of bamboo and then I ended up finding the cutest dogs. So I put them in a boat and I saved them for later. I waited until nighttime and I started killing a bunch of skeletons in hopes of getting some bones, but it didn't look like the dogs wanted to go with me. Not gonna lie.
Papachinos.
So then I ended up finding a village and I decided to stay there for the night in hopes of killing some more skeletons, but all I ended up was getting a bunch of zombies. A horde of zombies.
Okay. Did we get bones? Yes, we got a bone. Oh, I am not okay. Sí, Bao, bro, ya, vete ya, chingada, güey, ya. Ya, güey. Ya, güey. Ah!
Finally got rid of the zombie horde and I found a couple of skeletons, grabbed some extra bones in hopes that the dogs would finally love me. This night was one of the most difficult ones. I don't know why there was so many mobs that were spawning. I tried killing an enderman, but these spiders just kept getting in the way and yeah. But I made my way back to the dogs in hopes that they would finally take the bones and come back home with me.
No. Ah!
I ended up going to fight a couple more skeletons for the night in search of some more bones for the dogs.
Ah! Okay, we got bones.
See?
Oh, there we go! Yes!
Finally being able to tame the dogs, we made our way back to the village. It was almost over 2,000 blocks. It was getting pretty late, so I ended up ending the stream here and in hopes of being able to make it back home the next day. At this point, I've been walking about 2 miles every single day and I don't even realize it. We finally made it back to the village and I started working on the roof. I planted some bamboo so I can start getting my scaffolding, sat my dogs down.
Where's the other dog? Oh, that's perfect. He's sitting on the chest now. That's so cute.
I was desperate to go into a cave and find some diamonds and then this happened.
I'm gonna mine down here. Ah! No!
Not only did I fall to my demise, I landed on a stalagmite.
I'm so glad this is not hardcore. I am so glad that this is not Minecraft. I know it's the first rule of Minecraft. I know. I thought it didn't apply to me.
So I quickly respawned and I tried to get my equipment back. And then I threw myself again.
Water! Yes! Yes! We're a little unhinged, but we got it. My stuff's all the way down there too. Oh my god.
I made a little water elevator to get the rest of my stuff back. We up.
Water bucket always comes in handy, doesn't it?
I found myself a couple of more iron and then I started fighting a bunch of mobs. Per usual, I was really not having a good time fighting so many mobs that I decided to just start mining up and hopefully getting out of this cave because I was very lost.
That creepy ass cave sound.
Chaos ensued and then I realized that someone was gifting me 7 subs, which was amazing. And that made me feel so much better.
7? Dude, you're, oh my god, so kind.
But the mobs just kept spawning and spawning. I was not able to do anything in this cave because of so many mobs.
Chicken jockey! Chicken jockey! Stop! Ah, kill the chicken first. What? Ugh.
I finally made my way out of this cave. I was so happy to not have to be in that cave, completely lost anymore. I made it back into the village.
Still no diamonds, please, no diamonds.
There were so many creepers around this whole area, but once I got rid of them, I started working on the roof of my base so I at least have somewhere safe to be in at night. But I really do want to start finding more diamonds, so I made my way back into the original cave that I completely have forgotten about, and I just started killing a bunch of mobs and making my way downtown, walking fast.
They sound like a drown, they sound like a witch. Well, aren't you a ball of joy, bruh? Aren't you a freaking ball of joy?
In hindsight, I really should have ran away from the witch because they could have easily taken me out.
I'm gonna try to kill him. I'm gonna try. Come on, chat. Come on. W's and please. Die, bruh! I'm gonna die.
Honestly, do not know how I made it out alive. That would have been extremely devastating to die once again, but we made it. It's okay. Shortly after, we ended up finding diamonds, and I was so happy because I finally had 10 diamonds. I ended up making my pickaxe and my sword, and here I am putting my diamond pickaxe to good use by shoveling some dirt. And then it hit me. I originally wanted a village in a savanna region because they have armadillos, so I can make an XP farm, and there was nothing nearby, so I had to go and look for a savanna village and completely change my base. Well, more like a relocation for the time being until I can get all of my armor enchantments. I ended up finding some more diamonds, and this was the end of my 7 days playing Minecraft. I walked almost 15 miles and I lost 6.6 pounds. I am nowhere near the end, pun intended. Can't wait to update you guys at the 2-week mark and see how long it's gonna take and how many miles it's gonna take to finally beat this Ender Dragon. But I hope you guys stick around to see the results so we can finally beat this Ender Dragon.